Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question of the night: Does Nate Hastings deserve all the hate that he has been getting on The Young and Restless? Now, you can go past, we can go currently now. I wasn't too sure if I want to title this lately or if I want to sit there and just title this at all. But specifically going into the whole Elena thing, you know, watching the episodes lately, and Elena Smith there talking about, I wanted you to get back to the man that you used to be. I want to get back to the man I fell in love with. The thing is, people change, and one of the things I said in my private um members live only is that people grow and people change, and if you don't grow with them, then you're gonna wind up growing apart. So I don't know what your thoughts are on this whole Nate Hastings consistent hate. I want to know what your thoughts are. Let me know in the comment section below. Spiderquake is in the chat. How you doing? Yes, it's good to see you, Spiderquake. Mel is in the chat. How you doing? Thank you for joining, the lovely Mel. Darby's in the chat. What's good? Makai's in the chat. What's good, Makai? Lashanta is in the chat. I actually love saying your name. Spiderquake says I was going to join yesterday, but once I went to join. Oh yeah, because I was only on for an hour. Yeah. I gotta sit. I put in a post, but I gotta sit there and put a post. I gotta put something on my description box because I feel like I'm now at a point where when I'm able to um have a consistent schedule on some level. So I figure like that's a good time to do it. I may do that tomorrow if I remember. As of course, Queen Nikisha's in the chat. What's good, Nikisha? Nikisha, I don't hate Nate. I just don't like Nate that much. Grams TV is in the chat. What's good, Grams TV? Kyrie's my friend. How you doing tonight, Kyrie's? I just saw your review. I loved it. Nice haircut, by the way. I said that in the comment section. Kyrie said, "Hey everyone, yeah, I admit I was wrong about Dex. He was bringing out the recipes." Freddie's in the chat. What's good, Freddie? How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Valerie's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Valerie? Monique is in the chat. Monique says, I don't feel sorry for Nate. He's a grown man who chooses to do what he did, then wanna have a whole is me party. Lashanta says Nate's gonna miss Elena when she's gone. We're gonna get into this tonight. He said I was afraid it was gonna snow. Nina finally admitted that she was off with the will. Finally, yes. I feel like I should have probably titled that. Well, I'll title that sometime throughout the week. I'm pretty sure I'll probably want to get the Nina fans all pissy. So thank you for the potential title. Yeah. Mel said, I think that Elena and Nate are both hypocrites and both have cheated, but it does not help getting advice from Audrey. Yeah, advice from Audrey the Snake. Very good point, Mel. Very good point. See, this is my whole thing when it comes towards Nate and the whole, oh, I cheated, woe is me thing. Yes, he should feel bad. Yes, he was wrong for doing that. Let's not sit there and try to act like Elena didn't sit there and start playing ping pong with both of them. Okay? I love how people love to sit there and do that. Lashanta says, remember Nate wanted to know what happened between Devon and Amanda. Big Samuel's in the chat. What's good, Samuel? Let's everyone say what's up to Samuel. Samuel says Nate is just living out his daddy's dream. Oh, Samuel, I missed your energy. Harry says Nina's too Nina's too little too late. She still won't admit why she was picking on Willow. Was she jealous, threatened, she just think, or did she just enjoy thinking Willow weak, or all the above? Samuel says Audrey just needed to actually do something rather than being nosy. That's right. Let's everyone say what's up to Samuel. Monique says I was waiting for Lena to have a thin line between. Yeah, yeah. When she broke the mirror. Darby says yes and no about Nate. I want him to be honest to the world about who he is. There's nothing wrong about him having ambitions, but he's not being honest with himself, others to get what it is. What what is his? My whole thing is, Elena has put this dude, well, not on a pedestal. Let me go back for a minute. I feel like, and I said this in the beginning, and I'll sit there and say this again. They grew apart. Elena wanted Nate to be the man that she used to love. And the problem is, you're not the same person that you are yesterday, last week, last year. So I just, I, he wanted to be a businessman. He wanted to change. He had ambitions and stuff like that. And she was like, "Oh, I remember when you were a doctor." Yes, but he's not a doctor anymore. He doesn't have those hopes and dreams are gone. Point blank, period. Alicia's in the chat. What's good, Alicia? Thank you for joining us. How you doing tonight? Simon says, I don't care for Lena, and I feel like Nate and Victoria is where it's at. Lashanta said, did anyone notice Nice was choking on her words? She said the word, but it wasn't sincere. It felt pretty it felt pretty sincere to me. Ariana's in the chat. What's good, Ariana? Harry says, I stick up for Lena and most women in my wine review today. I gotta check that out. I did like the GH review though. So far, Juanita's in the chat. Everyone, Nina is about to be kibble bits dog food. Damn. Samuel says he can't work as a doctor because of his hand. He didn't have a choice but to move on. Exactly. And that's the thing, Samuel. When you're with somebody, you need to actually have them move on with you. You need to actually grow with them. You know, her constantly her constantly snitting putting this on Nate to be the man that he used to be. Oh, you're too ambitious. You're drunk with power. Okay, well he's a different person now. What do you want? Like I don't understand. And again, not to mention this chick literally did that to him too, but I guess we're just gonna forget about that. Cat lady's in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Cat Lady. Mel says I have a feeling that Audrey's going to push for JT to come to General City to mess with. Well, yeah, but Elena's also gonna do that as well though. Freddie says finally Weeping Willow is about to get the transplant, the slowest death ever. Lashanta said Liesel said Drew saved her life so she can save Willow. Hey, Hannah said we survived Hell Tuesday. Yes. Yes. Y'all were definitely in my spirits. Definitely in my spirits throughout the day. So I appreciate everyone. I said that enough. Alicia said cheapest advice to clients, don't talk to cops. It's not a conflict of interest for opposing attorneys to date. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. And then I kind of stood there. Was like, y'all on opposite sides. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Monique says Nick made a good point about Nate if he was willing to betray his family to get ahead. What makes it? Yes. Yes. Yeah. I totally agree. I totally agree with that. I totally 150% agree with that. But you know, Victoria's going to do what Victoria wants to do because, well, that's just who she is and what she does. Um, I don't really want that much, but okay. Mm. So it says my only gripe about the Elena and Nate storylines that they could have done the storyline with Amani, but I guess we can only have one. Well, to be fair, I heard that she did quit, and maybe they just didn't want to recast her. So I can't put. Well, she did want to quit. Curry said Justin finally got bumped up from the one night stand meal. He pulling out the recipes. Maybe she's beginning to. Wow, Tyrese is bringing it tonight. Laura's in the chat. What's good, Laura? Oh, so not supposed to happen. I hate this whole. Okay. Laura's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Laura? Oh, guys. Danny's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Danny? Freddie says I felt bad for Diane Miller in today's episode. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know what Robin was doing. I'm like, bro, you allowed your ex to sit there and kiss you. You could have backed up at any point in time. You were just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna let this happen. I'm just gonna let this happen. You know, that's just gonna be a thing. Police said it was not total out of pocket for Nat to be accused. He did threat. No, no, and but here's the thing, though, Alicia. At some point, you got to give the man the benefit of the doubt, just to some extent. I mean, it's one thing for them to suspect him doing it, but it's another thing for them to straight out just constantly be accusing him. And on top of that, it got to a point where, like, come on, Olivia, damn, what wasn't it at one point she used to literally be ride or die? What happened with that? Julie is a member. Oh my god. Thank you, Julie, for joining. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for for joining, Julia. And how you doing tonight? That's awesome. Simmons says they barely used her. That was the problem. You can't tell a story and the characters only show once a week and are an island from other characters that are heavily in storylines. Okay. Okay. All right. So now I understand, Jimmy. So yeah, now I understand that. That sucks. Yeah, if they're not using her, then what's the point of her staying? Yes, thank you, Carrie. Yes, welcome to the super supporters, Julia. Julia says it's about time. I've been sleeping on this too long. I'm glad you're joining us. I am glad you are joining us. We do have a lot of fun in our members only live stream. So also I have some videos that's just for members. So definitely check those out. Ariana says at some point they find out it was Nina and they can't walk any of what happened back when Renette is concerned. Exactly, and that's the thing. That's the thing. They was so hard on Net. You did it. You did it. You did it. I'm like, and I'm looking at Olivia. I'm like, you disloyal. Last days in the chat. How you doing? Last day. How's everything going? How is the move going? Nikki said Nina really did chicken when she said she was wrong. I rewatched this every time. Great acting by Cindy. I'm just glad she owned up to it. You know, at this point, we gotta take our victories where we can when it comes towards Nina. You know, even if it is a level of self growth. Mel said, I don't like the way that Summer had the audacity to call out Daniel on destroying. Yeah, I was like, what? And that's the thing, Mel. She didn't even apologize for that. But that's how Summer is, though. Summer is literally the definition of a POS. I don't know what any man actually sees in that chick. It's just beyond me. Jesus Christ. Joshua's in the chat. What's good, Joshua? How's everything going? How's everything going in your world? Lashata said, did anyone forget what Brooklyn, so yo, cute, Valentine? Just on, yeah. Then he turned around and do it. I felt like I missed a comment. Now, Julia says, Olivia's the first to scream family forever, then stab Ned in the back at first opportunity. Yeah. Completely disloyal. Then he said, doing good. How are you? And my channel is, okay. Let me see. All right, Danny, I'm gonna check it out. He said I meant to say Nina was choking on her words. Julia says Olivia always acts like she's doing that a big favor, being his harpy wife and spending his. Last day says I'm doing good. I'm doing. I'm good. Everything is going well. The move is stressful. I'll probably be less consistent with uploading videos until Monday. Also got a haircut first time in 3 years. All right, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out last day. But it is stressful moving. It is. Sammy says, "Do we even care about Daniel's marriage? How if I didn't see it on screen, it never happened." Damn. And you're not entirely wrong, but Summer was still being a POS. Tracy Steves in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Tracy Steves. Jess is in the chat. How you doing tonight, Jess? Thank you for joining. I should have got some applesauce too. I don't know what made me not get applesauce. Wow. Now Tracy says, Happy Taco Tuesday. You know, I forgot I forgot it's also Taco Tuesday. Of course, me being a pervert, there's another type of Tuesday that I generally am is always happy about. I'll leave it up to your imaginations if you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, Taco Tuesdays is one of them though. Then he says, "Watch me and be today. What do you think about Hope?" Oh, she was definitely going hard. She was overcompensating like there was no tomorrow. I'm pretty sure, Danny, that she was pulling out every single trick in the book and then some. Just to hide her feelings, just to try to push more down for Thomas. Cat Lady says, "Damn, I'm having pancakes. Oh, I would love to have pancakes." Big Nate is in the chat. What's good, Nate? Tracy says, "I'm from Cali. We do Taco Tuesdays. I love saying that to you because it makes you laugh." Well, again, Tracy, I know it's Taco Tuesdays because James always talks about Taco Tuesdays. But see, while James talks about Taco Tuesdays, I'm thinking about another thing that. I'm happy about on Tuesdays. Julia says I was waiting for Hope to say that. Oh my god, can you imagine if that actually happened? Alicia, tell us about your Taco Tuesdays. Mine's Alicia, or like, who are you talking about? 'Cause I don't know how to answer that question. Um, Julia says, oh, Sammy says Summer is busy trying to deal with a lot, so I get her abrupt blow up. Dane already trying to let the cops know, and he ain't even seen Phyllis for himself. Hmm. Tracy says, "LOL, I love your honesty." Yeah, no, I'm a pervert. I said that in the beginning when I first started doing these live streams, and that did not change. I am, well, I'm a pervert. There, I said it. Yay, Taco Tuesdays. That's cool too. Um, Carter says, I remember the good old days when I first saw Willow. All I wanted to do was some cake. Shauna says, Esme's not giving her baby up. He didn't learn nothing. Yeah, no, he didn't. And here's the thing, Shauna. I mean, here's the thing, LaShanta, because now I actually have your name right. Oh, Alicia, it's definitely not called Taco Tuesdays. I can tell you that right now. It's definitely not called Taco Tuesdays. There's another word that starts with a T, but it's not tacos, though. Well, technically it could be, but it's not Taco Tuesdays. We're trying to keep this show family friendly, okay? PG-13 at the most. When somebody starts talking about Taco Tuesdays. So here's the thing. I've been, well, I'll put it this way. When it came to a Spencer, this whole time, from this whole Ice Ice Princess storyline, I have toned down. You know what I'm talking about. Gemini's in the chat. What's good, Gemini? Jakaris! Have you? I've been good, Jakaris. How have you been? How have you been, my friend? Tamara's in the chat. What's good, Tamara? Come on, Tracy Steves. You know I gotta keep it honest. I gotta keep it 100. Kyrie's, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still kind of waiting for this dude's balls to drop, personally. I really am. He came, he was like, this is nothing but a battle zone. I was like, man, if you don't shut your dumb ass up, like, ain't nobody scared of you. I was like, yo, bro, seriously, sit your little lanky ass down. The guy says, who was Daniel talking to? I'm assuming he was talking to Phyllis. But seriously, I was like, bro, if you don't sit your little lanky ass down. Jess says, how annoying were the Quartermains. Well, and that's the thing, Jess. I felt like it was out of character. I felt like it was like, well, let's have this big fight. Let's have this big whole argument. Um, just to be the Quartermain fight. And in all reality, it was just out of pocket. But it was for plot. Yes, thank you. Hit that like button. Beat that like button's ass. How about that? Beat that like button's ass. Um, LaShanta said Tracy wasn't. Elise said, what's the T word, Albert? I doubt there are 10-year-olds. Well, hmm. How do I sit there and say this word without sitting there being demonetized? Well, here's the thing, Alicia. I also like to sit there and have a bit of subtlety. So, um, And I can't sit there and think of a clean word for the words and for the word I'm they're going to use, but still, mm, God, so good. Thank Jess again for the suggestion. Now, somebody said that Tracy was annoying, and Jakaris is like, I like Tracy. But yes, thank you, Gemini. Hit smash that like. I hate that word. Hit that like button. Gemini says this is actually how the coordinators really behave all the time. Exactly, and that's the thing, Gemini. And I get the whole callback part. It just was like for me, it didn't seem like it really added up. Um, Nate says, "How was the soaps today?" It was mixed. It was mixed. It wasn't super great, but it wasn't terrible either. Hmm. That's another word for that. I had to sit there and think about that. Gemini says Josh doesn't realize that her boyfriend is an arms dealer and people are watching her also. Dummy, but blame Sonny for that also. You know, Gemini, the worst part about this whole thing, yeah, yeah, I had a feeling. The worst thing about this, the worst part about this whole thing, is that when Sonny's gone, Michael thinks that the danger's gonna stop. I guess he didn't learn a damn thing from Nixon Falls. He did not learn a damn thing from Nixon Falls. Lisa, Josh is a bigger hypocrite than Carly. I already know the dirty word and just, oh, Lisa, you just want to watch me squirm. I love it. I love it, Alicia. It's good to actually have you back in the chat. Lashanta said, how Tracy gonna judge someone? How many mobsters she was with? Yeah. Darby said Chloe was being a non-contributor freeloader who wasn't paying rent, buying food, or utilities. It's the least you know. In 100%, I agree with you 100%, Darby. You know the part that's the most laughable part about that whole thing when she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna pack my bags and go where? You're gonna pack your bags and go where? Go on, I'll wait." And Xander was like, "No, no, 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 wait, 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 wait. Um, where are you going? Where are you going?" It's like when Eric tries to sit there and disrespect some. It's like when Eric tries to disrespect someone, and I'm just like, bro, you don't have a job right now. Black Mind's in the chat. What's good, Black Mind? Lashanta said, does anyone remember G-Lo or Anthony Z? Oh, I remember Anthony Z. The other name that I can't pronounce right now, no, I don't know. Let's everyone say what's up to Black Man. Let's everyone say what's up to Black Man. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. When he was trying to tell a joke about like, oh well, what's the joke about lesbians? And I was like, oh God, please don't go there. Literally, the whole time I was at work, I was like, God, please do not go there. Please do not go there. Blackmon, I'm doing great. I survived Hell Day, so I'm very happy. Um, Thank you for asking, Blackmon. Alicia said one would think that Michael didn't grow up in a car. Exactly, Alicia. We've been saying that ish all week. We have been saying that ish all week. I was gonna sit there and say in the beginning, but I'll sit there and say it now. From the OG's mouth, um, Brock will always sit there and say, we about to sit there and turn up tonight. So grab a drink, popcorn, whatever. We're gonna get into this. I should probably said that in the beginning. Gemini said, "Take a drink from Yogurt." Gemini, I may want them sitting there taking 3 drinks tonight because, well, I want to sit there and take a victory lap since I've survived this day. Samuel says, I think it was just Dan automatically thinking that a woman places in the kitchen. He was up before Chloe and he could have. No, that's very true. That is very true. Samuel. He did sit there and be like, so I see I have an empty plate. I don't see anything cooking was good. Um so I do get that part. But again, Samuel, she was about to sit there and pack her bags to go. Mr. Bear's in the chat. Mr. Bear says the liquor license lesbian. Um, what is that joke anyway? You can tell. I'll risk getting canceled tonight. What's the? Should we actually sit there and even say what the joke is? I feel like somebody's gonna get offended. But I didn't know that was an actual joke. I remember he was there saying something. I was like, oh God, please don't go there. Absolutely, Freddie. And you know what? There's a lot of mothers that have to be fathers. So yeah, goes without saying. Lee says, I'm actually starting to think that Sonny is setting up Michael. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be, on one hand, it would be very funny though. Now, Krista says the Quartermains have always turned on each other like rabid animals. However, eventually Quartermains will push comes to shove. They form a united front. Exactly. Sammy says, is it the Licky Split joke? Are you serious? Sammy, please somebody in the chat tell me their joke. Okay, I want to read this whole joke. So somebody tells me this whole joke. It's the one and only. The amazing Janet is in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Janet. How you doing tonight? I want to hear this whole joke because I'm hearing bits and pieces of it. It's like y'all, it's like the chat is teasing me, and I want to sit there and know the whole joke so I can say it and probably get canceled. Um. Oh, Krista's in the chat. What's good, Krista? I'm sorry if I didn't say your. If I didn't actually announce it in the chat. W says, I think I hate Xana begging Chloe to stay when she is a rebellious. It's so serious. There's no woman anywhere who's that pretty to take that garbage from. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, I just keep sitting there thinking, Darby, where's she gonna go? She was like, I'm gonna pack my bags and go where? Jimmy says now that Ned got punched and stuck to his story, they should believe him now. Yeah. Krista said Dex mentioned his love for cooking to Josh, and her lack of cooking ability will lead to Dex having cooking in common with Christina. Ah, I'm still kind of wary on the whole new Christina part. Because is I just joined. Okay, I just want to make sure. Whenever people come in the chat, I always like to sit there and make sure that I address them and announce them. Solomon's in the chat. What's good, Solomon? How you doing, my friend? Gemini says Drew did even have all that smoke when it came when it. That's very true. That's very true. Now Samuel says Chloe ain't broke. Why are they even writing her as if she is? Well, she's Samuel. She did sit there and said she had to move out the hotel because she's not working. So unless she's rich somewhere or she's like an heiress or something, I don't really understand how she actually has money. But I don't know, Samuel. You've been watching longer than me, so maybe you could sit there and let me know. Just that I don't know why people think Christine and Dex will be a thing. She's supposed to be a circus tour. Now, Jess, Jess, are you saying that because okay, let me ask you a question, Jess. Are you saying that because you like um Josh and Dex together, or are you saying that just because that's just how you see it? Spike Quick says never got to tell you about how I feel about Christina replacement. I'm really disappointed and I don't think the new one will be better. Here's the thing, Spike Quick. It's hard to tell if she's gonna be better. Lindsay Morgan was not better. Okay. Um she wasn't better. I feel like the new one, like there's nothing saying that the ages are not that far apart, but also she does look like she's older. I guess time will tell. I guess time will tell. Julia says, I know it's kind of a hot topic, a hot take, and nothing against Lexi, but I didn't see her character when she had all the hot storylines and had always thought Christina was kind of a drape and awkward. Yeah, and that's the thing, Joey. I'm glad you said it like that because you didn't get to see all the good stories. And Lexi, for the most part, she was doing other things. She wasn't really there. So it's like, does it really? It's one of those things where it's like her recasting was necessary because she was not doing the character justice by constantly doing other things and not really giving her a proper storyline. So, you know, but I don't know about this new one though. Just says she's not even on or has any current storylines. If they wanted to compare her with Dex, they would have done it. Now, Jess says, when was the last time we seen Christina with anybody? When was the last time we saw the actress actually do anything? See, that's the issue. That's the issue. Kyrie, oh my God, Kyrie, you are amazing. Kyrie says, I hope Dex and Christina get their freak on right on the kitchen floor better than that roach infested couch. That twin Aries, I can't wait to sit there and do a collab with you. I can't wait to sit there and do our collab together. It's definitely gonna be something else. And also, thank you again, Kyrie's. You are awesome. Julia says I'm excited to see a fresh take on the character. You I'm glad honestly touch you. I like your optimism. I would sit there and definitely say that. Spike Quick just feel like Christina replacement could fit Brit. Ooh, that's a good one. See, Spike Quick, I'm glad you're in the chat. I'm glad you're in it. That is a good one. Julia said, Carius, you're cracking me up. Julie, do you, you think he cracked you up now? Wait till you see him during the members exclusive live streams. Okay, that's the show you want to sit there and also be a part of. My guy Carius always keeps it 100. Come on, Val. You know how Carius is. My dude ain't holding back. Darby says, doesn't A Carver have other duties as mayor besides undermining his police commission on behalf of his loudmouth? Yes, Darby. Oh my God, Pauline was annoying as hell today. You're 100% right. That ish was annoying as hell. No, and that's exactly what I said. I was like, you know what? You actually have a point. Yeah, Julie, I was like, Spikewick has a point. Now, just as unless they do a big story like Christina, she will never be interesting. Well, she'll never be interesting, or she'll never be interesting again. Like, how long have you been watching the show, Jess? Julie says Joss and Dex are definitely grimy. Now, Jess said, just like Sam, what was her purpose today? Well, I mean, she didn't have a purpose because she wasn't on the show, but she did. Here's the thing. I don't know how long you've been watching the show, but she did actually have some really good stories back in the day, though. That's the thing. She actually did. The last great story she had was Dawn of Day. Like they literally just. Mel says it was funny that Chloe told Xander to dust the blinds. Yeah, the whole thing, Mel, is that Samuel has a point as far as him thinking because she's a woman, or maybe she took it as a being a woman or whatever. But here's my whole thing, and you know what? On some level, I actually have to sit there and counteract that. Sam was my guy, but I got to counteract that because Chloe did sit there and say she was going to help out with some stuff around the house and she wasn't working. So if my dude wakes up in the morning and you don't actually you have a clear calendar, you tell me that you couldn't sit there. No, screw that. You tell me that you couldn't sit there and buy some eggs, scramble some eggs or whatever, like make some food. Like, what are you doing? What do you got going on for the rest of the day? You tired? Like, seriously. I'm not sitting there trying to be like a male chauvinist or anything like that, but you're not working. You just sit there and say you would help out around the house. And I don't understand how you're a grown ass adult. You have a child, and you didn't actually think about going to the store to buy food. Like, what are you doing? Uh, we said that during the day is was Julia says. I mean, Juanita says Sonny has been a mobster for a long time. Let two semi baby form again. Yeah. Okay. I just not. I mean, I get it. I mean, my point is, I mean, granted, people said didn't think it was trash, think it was good or whatever. Maybe I should sit there and think of it. Maybe I should sit there and say it this way. They gave her a story back in the day. They gave her a story. They gave her a big story back in the day. How people saw it was either good or bad, but they did give her a story. They don't give her stories. Hell, Sam was actually part of that story. Sam was actually part of that story, so they gave her a good story too in a lot of ways. Lashanta said, Gemini, yes, okay. They gave her a story back in the day. I think, yeah, I should probably rephrase my words as far as like being good or bad or whatever, but like, Gemma says, if I know you've mentioned the word sexual, they will be canceled so fast it has to stop. Of course, Samuel. I mean, of course, I'm Solomon. That's very true. I mean, come on, Solomon. They don't even show Mariah and Tess anymore. They barely show them. They showed them for like maybe a week or 2 weeks, and then they're just done with them. We're just gonna have to sit there and wait. Um, Unfortunately, I now Jessica says in her video, she said the upcoming storylines was important for women. It's probably a surrogate one. All right, how would y'all feel about Christina being a surrogate for Molly? I don't know. I feel like I have issues with that storyline. Like they couldn't give her anything better than that. You know, I don't know how I feel about that storyline because I know she's not the thing it's important for women and stuff like that, but I don't know. And maybe it's just me. And I'm like, they couldn't get her anything better. I don't feel like getting canceled tonight. I'm just gonna sit there and leave it as that. I want to say it's so bad. I feel like they can give her a better storyline. Now, Lisa said Diane needs to kick Robert to the curb. I'm very conflicted about that, though. Well, I'm not that, but like, um, yeah, Julie. Also, I just kind of sit there and look at it. I was like, all right, yeah, just I'm not interested in either. I kind of look at it. I'm just like, Really? You couldn't give her anything else other than a surrogate storyline? I don't know. Simon says even since they made Christina bisexual, they don't do much with her. Yeah, they don't. Gemini says don't say that. You know exactly what I'm gonna sit there and say, Gemini. I'm just like, come on, they could do better. They could. Now, of course, my guy Samuel says it with the explanation point. I don't care about Molly and TJ having a damn baby. That's as much yelling as I'm gonna do. Unless I'm like really drunk, then have a good night, Alicia. It was really great to see you in the chat. Hope I get to see you again soon. You know, it's always a pleasure. Hmm. Just says I want Holly to go away and never come back. Oh, I would miss that accent too much. Monique says people still care. People still people still came after Michael family even when some exactly and that's the thing that's so stupid. This idiot actually thinks that if what you call is gone, then his family's gonna be saved. That's not how that works. Karen's in the chat. Karen says, "Why are they making Drew the hero when Huey didn't do anything? Curtis and company took down Victor. He he helped. Yeah, well, let's not sit there and try to take away my dude's contribution to the show. You know, to the show so far. You know, he did some stuff. Now I'm gonna call you Junior. Hope Michael deletes the video. Son, he seemed like he was. He seemed like he was. I know it's like AA Junior 72, but I just want to call you Junior. I feel like that's just a lot easier. I hope you're cool with that. Oh, you. Ron is in the chat. What's good, Ron? Why are you doing this to me for? How you doing tonight? So this is Molly and TJ any near as bad as Devon and Abby on YNR? That's a very good question. Well, to be fair, I don't really know because I kind of came into it towards the end. I gotta think about that. Junior says Nate Hastings is a dog. YNR deserves to be kicked to the curb. Damn, is a dog. Ooh, wow, is a dog. Oh, Junior, I just like to sit there and point out once again that yeah, he did something that was dirty, that was bad, that was wrong. I just love how we just have this revision of history when Elena was not sitting there playing ping pong with both of these men. Oh, I want to be with Nate. I think I should go back to Devon. No, I want to be with Nate again. Yeah, but Nate isn't. But Nate deserves all the hate and the smoke, right? And Julia says, I think TJ could do better. Freddie says Curtis might not forgive Nina. For what? What does Curtis need to forgive Nina of? Simon says why is Drew in the show? He's like, okay, I can't pronounce that. Parkins? What? Gemini says Nate is just like his dad who played Drew and his mother for years. Hmm. I don't know. I like Drew. Ron says Albert Nate is no good. How can any of these women see him? They should be ashamed of themselves. Ron, you do know that Elena also cheated on him, right? Elena also cheated on him. See, when I start to get really good as far as doing like video essays, I'm gonna literally sit there and point out the fact that Elena also cheated on Nate. Because people just keep forgetting that tiny little detail, that smudge little detail. Gemini says, "Wait, Albert Devon was no better, and now he is happy with Abby. They're all cheaters." Yeah, but Nate, for some odd reason, he gets sort of. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really in the men, but you know, dude has looks. So Simmons says, "Pepper cake, pepper cake, a season that has no taste. Pepper cake. Huh. I never heard of that. Also, thank you, Samuel. Samuel, you're awesome. Thank you." Junior says, "Hope Audrey is found out to be behind Elena's finding out about Nate and Victoria." Hmm. I guess time will tell. But she is just, my whole thing is like, I don't understand how they still keep this chick around knowing that she is a snake. Spike Quick says Drew is a bum. I get it. I get it. I just, I look at it. I'm like, I don't know. I like Drew. Ron says, "I agree with you, Albert. No, no wonder Nick doesn't want him in the family." No, I get that. I get that. I mean, the dude is a snake. Super coot. How you say it? You and these. Come on, Sammy. I'm bad with words. I was bad with words before I actually started drinking. Is that like another language though? I feel like that's another language. I know that's not English. Or maybe it is English. I don't know. But I've never heard a seasoning that doesn't actually have any taste on. Solomon says poor Drusilla, she had to die because Phyllis couldn't save Sharon. Couldn't leave Sharon the hell alone. Also, you guys have to remember, Solomon. I mean, Samuel. Yesterday, I actually learned how to say Lashanta's name. I learned how to say Lashanta's name yesterday, and she's been in this chat for a hell of a long time. But thank you, Samuel. Freddie says Albert cuz Drew and Curtis are friends, so he might not forgive Nina for reporting him to the. Oh, oh, you're right. Ooh, that's a good. Okay, thank you, Freddie. Curry says I'm into both women and men. Nate is not all that. He's alright. I will take your word for it, Carries. I don't know. I just also, I'm not gonna lie, Carries. I also feel like in a lot of ways it's kind of slim pickings out there. Evan says, Albert, have a couple more drinks because you're pronouncing words. And then I start to pronounce words and names better when I actually have more alcohol. That's something. Someone says, I'm trying to tell you how to say it, like how a dictionary have the pronouncing of the words. Is the Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back to that then. Ron says, but Albert is guessed that Nikki and Victoria will have a couple questions. I don't know if they would have that much questions though. I just Solomon says, they're saying Albert is over here sounding like that white beach surfer dude. Hmm. Wait, Jay Blue's in the chat? Oh, okay. Jay Blue's in the chat. What's good, Jay Blue? Cat Lady says, why y'all do that to Albert? You know, names are. Don't add seasoning. That's true. Even before Cat Lady changed her name to, Cat Lady, it was Angelique. And for some odd reason, I could not pronounce Angelique for the life of me. But I do try, though. I do try. Monique says, some use it on deviled eggs and potato salad just to make it look pretty. Oh, okay. I can see that. Now, Samuel says, Solomon, oh my God, I'm struggling. He's struggling. Somebody help. He needs some. No, I'm bad with names. And also how to pronounce certain things. Now, Ron says, Albert, as I said before, I don't want a whole who is the baby daddy storyline from Nicole regarding Eric and AJ. But you're cool with, so Ron, you're not cool with that. But you're okay with Sheila being like 60 to 70 something years old having a baby. You wanna you wanna tell me how that makes sense? Ariana says, "Where's the ice? I miss ice cream. I do. I do want to go back and get it one day. Um, when I do get my YT check, that is one of the things I'm going to be doing is getting that along with a haircut at some point. So yeah, I've been so hooked on this wine. Jay Blue says I got to rewatch today's GH because of the breaking news. Oh yeah, Jay Blue. What I wound up doing was when I was watching it and it did that, I want to go into YT to like fill in the gap because it was kind of annoying. But Jay Blue, if that does happen, just go to YT and watch a little bit on there. I do miss my ice cream though. Shana says Sam, Dante, Carly, Drew, Sonny, Tracy, someone gonna find out Nina's. Yeah. Oh, it's only a matter of time. Hmm. Oh no, maybe I'll sit there and get it on Thursday. Maybe. Because I do miss it. Now Gemini says Willow may actually die maybe. Is that a thumbs up? I can't tell what that is. Yes, cat lady. Okay, so okay, you know the hustle. Okay. You know the hustle. I was like, yo, listen, I'm not gonna wait till like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock and whenever they put it on Hulu to watch. I ain't doing it. Valerie said GH ended right on time here before the news, luckily. Monique says, what will Lisa do if and when she finds out it was Nina that called the people on drill? Be disappointed. Probably yell, keep her distance. With Lisa, I don't know. Here's the thing. I've been liking Liesel up until a point of the whole Scotty thing. That's when I started to get. That's when I was starting to get annoyed. That's when I was starting to get annoyed. Um, Ron says the reason why I want Sheila to have a baby is to get under everyone's skin, especially Fred and the rest of the family. Yeah, that's true. Um, that is interesting, but yeah, thank you, Ariana. Thank you. I was actually thinking about doing some ice cream at some point. I really do miss that ice cream. Jesus Christ. Simon says, I wonder how you guys would feel if the writers from Days started writing for YNR. Do you think YNR will improve, decline, take a turn for the worse? Um, I definitely think it would improve. But here's the thing though. In some ways it would improve, right? But I feel like YNR's writing is YNR's writing. It'd be so weird to actually have somebody else take over for writing. Like another soap opera write for another. It would just be weird because I feel like YNR has its own energy, and I do love that. Gemini says no one pays attention to pictures that was taken of Drew and Carly. Ned was not in the hospital at all. How did he take the picture? Hello. Yeah, no, it's definitely acidine. It's definitely acidine. Julia says leads to his lawyer though and accepts villains for what they are. Yeah, like I said, I was feeling her up into that point with the whole Scotty thing. Anita's in the chat. Anita says I think Lisa already knows that Nina knows about Drew and Carly and FCC stuff. Eventually, I don't know. I don't know. If she's. I don't. I because here's the thing. I feel like if she did, she would have definitely confronted her. I don't feel like she did. Julia says she never blinks an eye at what Nina does, but simply pushes Nina to be honest about the fact that she does bad things. No, I get that part. As far as like owning your ish. Lashanta says Willow told Michael to delete that footage. He will Dex gonna either work for Sunny or not. Well, I mean, Lashanta, we can also call him Jason 2.0. If we're gonna be honest, we can also call him Jason 2.0. I keep forgetting about. I keep forgetting that they still do Sweep Streak, right? Now, just said Dex will probably start working for Sunny for real. You don't think he's gonna get a bullet in his head first? I mean, the dude has literally been snitching trying to set up Sunny. Why in God's name would Sunny allow Dex to work for him? I'm very curious about that. Julie says I think Lisa will go back to Scotty. I feel like she would too, which is like so stupid that they got into that whole argument in the first place. Um, Julie says she lashed out at Scotty because she was hurting so much over losing her daughter. Hmm. Yeah, I get that. I wasn't a fan of it, but I get it though. I mean, people always tend to sit there and forget that Scotty actually lost children too. Jay Blue says it occurred to me today that Dex started falling for Josh when she recorded. Dex started falling for Josh when she recorded him in that stairwell and called him out for working for Sunny. Just say, yeah, I do think Sunny will find out. Yeah, and that's the thing. What's to stop Sunny from putting a bullet in him? You know, finding out that you have a rat in your organization, making you look weak towards your enemies. Not good. Not a good. Not a no good. Uh, Julia says you make a great point, Albert. The loss of a children should bring them together. Yeah, it should. I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm not saying Liesel isn't entitled to her feelings. I'm not sitting there saying that. I'm just sitting there saying, like, let's not sit there and try to act like you're the only person that's ever lost someone that you love, especially a child. And yeah, they were a grown adult, but in the parents' eyes, yada 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 yada. Krista says Lisa was grieving Brit. I think she and Scotty will reunite eventually, but he maybe have to work for it. Oh God, work for it? No. But unfortunately, the sad thing is, Krista, that probably will happen. Scotty will have to work for it, which, if you can't tell by my air quotes, is just how excited I am about that. He's gonna sit there and work at it. It's literally his job to sit there and be protecting clients. That's like a daughter to him, but somehow he's gonna have to. Okay. I want to see where we are with the like situation. All right, so yeah, we got 27 likes. We got 38 people in the chat. If you want to join the stream, hit the like button. It really does help. It really does help. No, it does help. Lashanta says when Spencer comes back with his attitude towards Dax. Oh God, yeah. See, that was something else I was dreading because Spencer has been pretty tame. He's been pretty like I I haven't had to drop the hammer on him. Okay, he's been a pretty cool and decent character. He's going to go right back to being that obnoxious, annoying, privileged prick that I could not stand before, and that sucks. That sucks. Curry says if Sonny doesn't at least try to kill Dex, he might as well retire and leave the show. That would just show total weakness to its organization. Maybe Miss Wu will finally make her move. Yes, I second that. Ron says, man, just pull Chanel and Johnny back together because I ain't feeling this Talia thing at all. Ron, I'm not feeling this whole Talia and Colin thing. I think Colin is a piece of garbage. I think Talia is a pathetic little girl. Um, Wendy is pissing me off. I didn't have a high. Here's the thing about Wendy. I didn't have a high opinion about Wendy when she first started. Okay, I didn't have a high opinion about him. Of her when she first started. Darby said, yeah, you might have to pretend to hate Thomas again, or you might have lose half your Thomas. And Darby says you might have to pretend to hate Thomas again, or you might have to lose half your Thomas hating fan base. What? Junior says I hate Colin on days. He's such a creep for. But that's the thing though, AJ. I mean that's the thing. Junior, yeah, he is a creep, and he's pretty much all those things that you said. But she's stupid enough to sit there and go with it. See, that's the problem. I can't just sit there. Yeah, Colin is definitely just the worst type of vermin that you can actually have on this planet. But Talia is so stupid. Okay, she is so gullible. She's so in love that she's willing to sit there and commit crimes for this dude. Like, how stupid do you actually? Hmm. Autumn, how you doing tonight? Autumn says, I would love for the show to bring Morgan and Kiki. It would make for great TV. I think the only reason Spencer treats Dex like garbage because Dex is a rat. Remember Josh cheating on him with. Oh no, I get that. I get that, Autumn. I get that. And yes, Dex is a rat, and I totally understand a certain level of smoke. But the thing is, here's the thing, Autumn. He doesn't know that Dex is a rat. And the only reason why he put hands on Dex is because he knew that Dex wouldn't fight back. That's the thing. You know, I understand that he was upset with Cam and the whole Josh thing, and I get that. But he came across with his quote unquote best weapon, his money and his privilege. He talked down to him. He put his hands on him because he knew he wouldn't fight back. So while I do understand the idea of ride or die with Cam and everything, he went about it in the most cowardly, pathetic way possible. Which is why I like to sit there and say, and I know some people don't like this in the chat, but I'm going to say it anyway, small dick energy. And it is unfortunate. Jonathan is in the chat. What's good, Jonathan? How you doing tonight, my friend? Gemini says Autumn Aubrey does not like Spencer. I don't like Spencer. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, Gemini. Although I do not like Spencer, um, oh, okay, all right, dog. Although I do not like Spencer, I will give him his props when I feel like he needs his props. When I feel like he deserves his props. Just like I will sit there and back and defend Nina when I feel like it's warranted. So although I may not like certain characters, I don't let my bias affect how I judge these characters in given situations. Now, Jess, see, this is the reason why Jess is my girl. Jess said, I don't care what Spencer is upset with Dex. It's not his relationship, so it's not his business. Yes. God, I'm gonna actually have to sit there and defend that for a minute. So, yes, it is not his relationship, and it's not his business as far as what happened with Joss, right? Cam's literally not as mad. Yeah, Jess, but let's be honest, and I'm gonna sit there and say is Josh used Cam like a toilet seat. Okay, I will stand by that word until the end of time. Um, it's not his business, and it's her business. But I understand that need of protection, that need of what Cam is my guy. You know, I will act like I'll be a prick or whatever, but Cam will always sit there and have my back. So I understand that need for protection, but it's also not your relationship. And also, you know what, Jess, I will sit there and say this. Cam is not just, Spencer isn't just Cam's friend. Spencer is Josh's friend. So at the very least, he should have actually had enough grace to be like, you know what, listen, I want to ride for Cam, but I also got to ride for my girl Spencer. I mean, ride for my girl Josh. And he should, in a lot of ways, he should have just been like Switzerland. Harry Hannah said, we are so diverse and there are so many different characters to like and dislike and given in debt. Yes, that's very true. I totally agree with that assessment 100%. Julia says, I think Spencer dislikes Dex because he knows Dex is shady and Dex is shady. And that's the thing. That's the thing, Julia. If he knew that Dex was doing something that was kind of shady, yeah. But this was more about his dislike for um Spencer dislike for Dex didn't come in the form of him being shady. It came in the form of Josh knocking boots with him and he being protective of his cousin. He came at him for that. And again, I get it to some extent, but yeah, he didn't know he was shady. He just didn't like him because of the whole Josh situation. That's just my assessment. And he said it all went down from Dax and Spencer meeting for the first time, and Cam expressing his dislike. Spencer can tell Can't let it go because of how Cam introduced Dex. Just said protection is a reaction. He said he's good, and Josh is his friend too. He shouldn't be picking sides. No, and that's yeah, that's exactly what I said. I don't know. Maybe Julia. Um, he's had a lot of experience with shading. Hmm. The problem, well, I guess we have to agree to disagree on that because, yeah, I feel like my head is getting a little bit too cloudy with this wine. So, unfortunately, I can't really go back. And it's just one of those things where it's like I get shady, and maybe you could sit there and try to chalk it up to shady, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's so shady. I feel like it's now. Jess said no. He literally picked Cam's side again, and not saying that it's wrong, but their situation doesn't have anything to do with him to be this upset. You know, I'm just gonna let my girl Jess talk. I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with shady. Julie says, but separate from that, Spencer is loyal to Cam. Bros are bros. I respect that he doesn't like the guy that just no. And you know what? Here's the thing, Jolie. I will agree with you on that. I will agree on Jeff. I will agree with you on that. As much as I don't like Spencer, I do like the fact that he was loyal to Cam. But if we're going to be honest, he should have been loyal. See, here's the thing, Julie. On one hand, that is 100% correct. He should have been loyal. He should be loyal to Cam, and I respect that. But he should also be loyal to Joss. They practically grew up together, almost. So why do you respect the loyalty thing, bros and bros? I mean, that's also your homegirl, also. You know. Now Julia says, "Yeah, he was a jerk." Not saying he wasn't. I'm just saying that I don't mind it that much because I'm not a fan of. Well, exactly, Julia. You know what? I respect you for that. I respect you for that. I do. I respect you for that because you're being honest. So I can rock with you, Julie. I can rock with you. Lashanta says Spencer is a jerk. Didn't you hear Joss and Trina? Ron says Albert Phoenix say that he doesn't like the Colin character on Days of Our Lives because there's nothing interesting about him. Hmm. See the problem. Well, I wouldn't sit there and say that's the problem. Um, I mean, Ron, you can not like the Colin character for a number of different reasons. Him not being interesting him being not interesting is definitely not one of them. Um, he is literally just a definition of a scumbag. I feel like that's a good reason not to like him. But also, Talia is just an idiot, so there's that. Jonathan says Spencer actually spent more time growing up with Cam than Josh. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Thank you, Jonathan. Julie says I'm the only one who is now looking forward to having Esme come back full time on the campus. Or am I the only one? Hmm. I actually like Esme. I'm gonna be honest. I like Esme. In the beginning, Julie, I could not stand the character. I really couldn't. But something kind of grew on me. It kind of grew on me with that. Jess is coming in with the smoke. uh, I love what I do. Julie said this is what I'm saying about babies, drag stories. Once they are born, it's all babies. It's babies all the time, and Spencer and Esme are a little more than teens. I want to see them having fun, making messes. I got you. Kyle have a good night, Kyle. Thank you for joining, my friend. It's always great to sit there and have your energy in the chat. And I appreciate you. Thank you. Julie's yeah, let's everyone say good night to Kyle. And also Freddie, you have a great night, my friend. Thank you for joining. Darby says when I look and hear Colin after hearing his voice, I say what? I say now what? Yeah, he's just uh but you know the problem is Holly's an idiot. I listen, if I gotta sit there and bring Colin and if I gotta give Colin smoke, then I gotta sit there and give Holly the smoke as well. Brooklyn's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Brooklyn? Tamara says, have a good night, Aubrey and fam. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you for joining. I had to pick your brain, but I'll do it tomorrow now. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Yes, we'll do it tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie, Tamara. I should have probably picked your brain before I started. I'm already halfway. I'm already like half cup in. Now Tamara says, okay, like, are you gonna like? I got a question to ask you, so I don't know if you're gonna be in the chat. So if you're gonna be in the chat, let me know. Okay, like as you're gonna be okay before you know. All right. Tamara, you're new to the members exclusive live stream. What are your thoughts so far? All right, Tamara, I will do that. You have a great night. Ron says I was someone who saying that if Tyler was necklace, he wouldn't cheat. Oh my god. Oh Ron. I do remember that. And Ron, you know my position on that. You've been in this chat long enough to know that I agree with you on that. Julie says, nah, I don't even disagree with you that much. I do see how Spencer was a jerk to him. I just think I don't like Dex. No, but yeah, here's the thing, Julie. Here's the thing. I respect that honesty. I respect that honesty. So that's what's up. That's good. I like that. I can respect that. Oh, I actually cleaned that. But yeah, I just now Julie says I never liked Sunny. Albert, I'm the same Julie who has given you long anti-Sunny comments in your earlier reviews, but I dislike Dex so much that I have that I'm having to defend Sunny. Oh, Julie, trust me, I remember you. I remember you, and I remember that as well. And see, here's the thing. This is, like for me, Julie, because Sunny's my character. Sunny's one of my favorite characters. All right, but see, I don't go off when people sit there and like when people sit there and get that or when people sit there and talk about Sunny or being anti-Sunny, I don't sit there and take it personal. I'm not like in the chat. I'm not saying, well, how come you don't like Sunny? Sunny's a really great character. It's just like, okay, you have your reasons why you don't like Sunny. Of course, Jess. Jess is like, why do you not like Dex that much? Of course, Jess is a Dex fan. Jess is a Dex fan. Now, Lashanta says, spoilers say Dex is gonna. Now, Lashanta says, spoilers say Joss is going to go to Sunny. I don't know for what. Ugh, that should be funny. Come on, Jess. Here's the thing. You've been in these live streams long enough for me to know. Now, ho. Anita says right now, Dex is like Rory. No one knows who he is. They need to ground him with a background of some sort, or Jax will not really pick up. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I had to sit there and reread that twice because I was like, "Yo, I know I'm not that drunk." I mean, that's kind of an insult to sit there and put somebody down to Rory's level. There's no disrespect for the actor. I just feel like they could have did better with Rory. They could have. Uh, Ron says the reason why I brought this up because some people in this chat don't know that Marcus was being harassed on Twitter because of the storylines with cheating on Ava and Esme. No, you're right, Ron. You're right. But here's the thing though, and I want to ask people this. I want to ask people this. Anyone who goes on soap Twitter. Okay, so what makes soap Twitter so toxic? That's my damn phone at. Johnson says let's how Josh feel about Dex the mole if it's revealed that Faith Roscoe is his mother. Oof. And just that Rory was such a forgivable character, even Trina forgot him. Damn. She's right. Let me just save this video. Okay. Oh crap. What was the comment that I actually had? Oh, that's what I had. I'm not ignoring anyone, I promise. Julie says, by the way, I actually do love the show and many of its characters. I've been dragging so many characters tonight. Julie, I drag characters 5 days a week. 7 if you count the members live stream. So Julie, trust me, you're good. Ask anybody in this chat if I drag these characters. Now, because I'm not really on what the hell? I want to know what makes it so toxic. Now, Krista says cancel culture and judgment. The cancel culture and judgment. Hmm. And he says, "What is so Twitter?" Honestly, to tell you the truth, I guess people like have these screening forums or whatever when people talk about the couples and stuff like that, and they talk about what they like. Um, I want to understand. Like one they said, for someone that hates Sunny, aka Josh, has no problem going to Sunny for help. Ain't that something? Now, Jess says, so Twitter are blind followers to their favorite characters that lack their that lack senses. Damn. Jess, have you ever actually had any problems with people on Soap Twitter? Now, Ron. Ron says delusional fans are toxic, especially on Twitter. They are harassing the actors playing Sunny because he doesn't want the Carly as his love interest anymore. They're still bitching about that. I kind of was on like a no cursing policy, but like, see, I'm like already halfway down. Words are gonna fly out of my mouth. Yeah, but that's my whole thing though. Like, okay, so I look at this stuff, right, and I'm like, all right, I know that they have a Screena Twitter page, and people come in there and they talk about because the reason why I'm sitting there asking this question is that is it toxic because they're talking about characters that you like and you want to defend them and they're not budging. They're just really doing like there's like they're like well, I was gonna sit there and say they're like me, but like are they talking like trash about Trina as far as her character? I don't I Now Valerie says, I don't do Twitter. I go on Twitter for certain reasons. Anita said, isn't that just social media weirdness? I think every genre has weird people that gets too emotional attached to the character. No, that's very true. And Anita, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna sit there and say this on my live stream right now. I think that there are people that like Star Wars. There are some Star Wars fans that I gotta sit there and say are probably the most toxic people I've ever seen in my entire life. You think you know what's really funny, everyone? You think soap Twitter's bad as far as toxic people? Some of the Star Wars fans are like worse. I will sit there and say that much. Now, Jess says the Sabrina fan base is so chaotic on Twitter. Blind followers, they excuse everything Spencer does. Oh, God. Oh, really, Jess? It's like that? Oof. Jess, do you understand how much they would hate me? Do you understand how much they would actually hate me? Like, like dead ass serious. I'm being dead serious. Jay Blue says I never had a Twitter account. Hmm. Yeah, I always gotta sit there and go on always gotta go on Twitter. Or I'll say reasons. I'm not that drunk. Where are you at on my battery at? Where on my battery? I'm wondering if I should take another drink. Solomon says, guys, I've spoken into existence, Ron, from days of maybe I should sit there and ask that question. All right. Thank you, Solomon. That actually gave me a good topic. That gave me a good topic. Whoa. Yeah, let me know. Krista says the actor playing Ron was canceled on social media because of some past post years ago. I think that affected his Ron. Are you serious, Krista? Did my dude get James? Is that his name? James Gunn? Did he get James Gunn? Monique says people can't separate fake from real. Yeah. Of course, Ron. I mean, of course, Solomon. Ugh. Now, Krista says, I'm convinced Rory was the original hook killer until the actor chose to leave. No, no. No, honestly, tell you the truth, I'm not gonna lie, Solomon. That's actually kind of a good topic. I mean, that's a good question. That's a good question. Hmm. They really did do that actor dirty. Now, Krista says no, and Valerie, I don't know what that means. Is that a yes or a no? But they did do that actor dirty. By the way, um, the actor that does play Rory, let me know in the chat if I should actually have another drink. The actor that plays Rory, um, my guy James, he did a an interview with him not that long ago. And Monique says, "Bottoms up, I'm drinking right with you." That's what's up. Anita says, "Albert, no." Valerie says, "Yes." Yeah, I figure why not? Cut up a little bit. Everyone wants to sit there and drink like a full thing, but Double C, how have you been? All right. I guess that's the last one to tomorrow. Double C says these fans over is something. Yeah, it's I guess it is now. Double C. I mean, Lisa says yes. Enjoy that drink. Just said no, sir. Anna B says, Albert, do you? You know, Jess, I'm not, well, I know you don't have Twitter, Jess, or maybe you do, but I still go to that other video. It was a Friday episode, and you know, if you go on my Twitter thing, the first thing you'll sit there and see is you snippet saying, LOL, you're drunk. Because every time I go to Twitter and I look at that video, like the first thumbnail that it gives me is the last thing that you said is LOL, you're drunk. But Krista says Star Wars fans are yeah. No, they're just and you know, here's the thing, Krista. I don't want to sit there and say all Star Wars fans, but there are a lot of them that um they got some problems. Like like they need to get out and see some fresh air or therapy or Jesus. Something needs to happen. Ron says, and fans were very nasty and rude to actor playing Nicholas because, yeah, those people are just. Mo says Never Campbell as, but she should have not left. Oh yeah, you know that's the thing though. I'm not saying like where's my drink at? Oh wow, I poured a lot. Um, I stopped watching after the first one. I always stopped watching after the first one. I think I tried to watch the second one. I wasn't. I just wasn't with it. Now Mel says, "All right, I'm drinking Mike's Hard Lemonade, black cherry." Ooh, I do love. Yeah, I do love black cherry. I'm tipsy. Okay, that's what's up now. Like I said, we were gonna sit there and cut up tonight. We're gonna cut up tonight. They said finally Victor Castine is gone. Hmm. Yeah, huh. He was definitely one of those people, like one of those villains. With the problem is that it wasn't that he was so much wasn't a good villain because he did start to become a good villain. He did start to like kill people, even though if it was like one off screen and like one other person. He did have his quote unquote Thanos plan. The problem with it is, Dave, and how you doing tonight, Dave? The problem with it is, Dave, is that it took way too long to get to this point. It literally. Now, lastly, it says Rory's death. Really, no one cared about it. Yeah, I remember actually I wrote a I wrote a title about that. Yes, Mel. Yes, Mel. Chairs. It took me a minute to actually think about that. I was like, my brain was just all over the place. But yes, Mel. Chairs. Ron says Albert they did the actor playing Victor on GH wrong. How did he do him wrong, Ron? I'm very curious. How did he do him wrong? Valerie says they showed him in the body bag, and so it's really funny. Valerie, I could never get into that show. I was never able to get into that show. The Nanny. I love how I'm sitting there trying to highlight something. Jay Blue says today is National Moscato Day, but I don't think I have anything to drink. Are you serious, Jay Blue? I mean, because I love I love Moscato, and to be honest, National Day Moscato is pretty much like okay, well, it's like 7 nights a week, which is way too many times to be drinking in one week. But oh wow, okay, Jay Blue, I turned National Moscato Day into pretty much every Moscato, and pretty much into like every day at this point, which is really bad. Um, yeah. Nikisha, yeah, glad to see y'all still here. My son turned 19 today, so we are celebrating fun night so far. Nikisha, um, happy birthday to your son. Turned 19. Happy birthday to him. That's what's up. Yes, Valerie, happy birthday to him. That is awesome. Mel said that was so stupid for Dimitri. Should have took ransom money. You know, but here's the thing though, Mel. He was like he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to sit there and give his demands. I mean, Mel, it's really funny though. Kate is like she's asking so much stuff and she's being super bossy. And I'm just like, boo, you you do realize like you're not in charge and they did actually save you. They could have just like left your ass out there to die. Ross says even Phoenix said the actress playing Ian and Carly fans talk bad about them. Yeah, Ron, I've actually seen it. Unfortunately, they're not even wrong about that. Krista says, yeah, but Rory actor was blacklisted by fans for past posts about 10 years ago. Oh yeah, he apologized. He was, but that's exactly. You know, I don't even want to sit there and try to compare myself to like any sort of celebrity. That does suck though, Krista. Because it's really funny, Krista. Um, they did that with an actor on The Flash. I think his name was Elongated Man. I forgot the actor's name, but they canceled him. They fired him, which I'm still pissed off about, and I want to doing a video about. But yeah, no, I understand that. Like, it sucks. Nikki said, "Thank you, Albert. You had a good day." I'm glad. I'm glad, Nikki. I'm glad you had a good day, especially on your birthday. You need to have a good day. You know, I'm still kind of wondering. My God, Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan, you are amazing. Yes, Hartley Sawyer. Yeah, that's why I love what I do. Because he can already he was already able to tell like yeah I was kind of struggling with that name, but yeah they fire him and I'm still pissed off about it, especially when that show talks about second chances. Ugh. Dave says sorry I have to leave my bad. Well, have a good night, Dave. Thank you for joining. See you on Thursday. I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. I'm going to be going from 8 to 9 o'clock on Thursday, so definitely come through. Now, Darby says I wanted Demetri to slap that knife out of Kay's hand like the prisoner. Yeah, Darby, a lot of times Kate starts acting like a damn Karen sometimes, and I like Kate, but I'm like, Bo, you ain't in charge. And Johnson says Hardly Sorry play Kyle on Why Not? What? Whoa, are you serious? Oh, that's crazy. Now Monique says, Darby, you should know you should have a back order for your favorite wine, like in case I have a standby order for my. Oh, that's good. It's funny, Monique. I'm so I love having you in chat. Okay, it's funny. I actually have a backup drink for Starbucks. I actually have two backup drinks, and one of them is hazelnut. If I don't get my cinnamon dolce, then I get hazelnut. So I'm so glad you actually said that, Monique. You know the thing is, Monique, like the wine store is actually really good, so they have a bunch of different type of Moscatos. They just have them in different brands. But that is also a good. That's also a good idea. Thank you. Oh, Lashanta says, Cindy leave the. Oh, China. Oh, China left the show before they got canceled. Black Lightning. Well, yeah, and that's the thing though. So hmm, which really pissed me. Well, I don't. You know what? Here's the thing, Lashanta. If she was like not a major character, I wouldn't have had so much of a problem with her leaving. Um, But you can't be like a part of a major character, be like the daughter of Black Lightning, and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna sit there and lead the show. I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be doing that." It's like, what are you doing? You're not like a side character or anything like that. I'm not gonna lie, that somewhat pissed me off, and it really did become kind of craptastic storyline, craptastic writing. On Justice's remember when Jay and Silent Bob appeared on the episode? No, I really don't remember that, Jonathan. And it's not because I'm actually had a lot of wine. I just generally don't remember that episode. Oh, but I do got to ask the question though. Maybe I should start drinking more of this. Oof. Okay, I kind of drank that a little bit too fast. Whoa. Simon says Tony Danza comes to Genoa City to fill and for Peter. I feel like I find that sentence more funnier just because I'm kind of tipsy, but like, wait, what? Tony, first of all, is Tony Danza still alive? Ron says Albert, don't know. Or don't you know that the actress playing Phyllis on Young and Restless went on and because oh yeah no here's the thing Ron and it's funny too because I actually wound up doing I'm so drunk. Yeah, we're gonna get into that, Ron. Because on one hand, I did agree with Michelle Stanford. I felt like she should have went off on that fan. You don't talk about somebody else's child. On the other hand, it's probably not a good idea for a representative of the show to be using vulgar and just language that maybe their sponsors may not actually like. Oh yeah, Valley, I'm definitely getting kind of tipsy. Um, Double C, you was in the chat before, right? Yeah, I'm not that drunk. Jiggly. Oh, he's still alive. Okay. All right. I'm gonna sit there and ask the question. Okay, Tommy. Yeah, I didn't. I figured you was. I figured you was joking. Hmm. Excuse me. So I asked this question in the members live stream, but a lot of people don't really watch that show. And since I feel like it's still somewhat of a soapy show. I don't know if anyone actually watched it. And Valerie says I can get into that show, Albert. Yeah, it is. It is somewhat of a. Actually, tell you, Valerie, why couldn't you get into that show? I'm kind of curious about that. I want to know if anyone actually watched the last episode. Because here's the thing. Like, I watched the episode before. I was bawling my eyes out, and then the last episode happened, and I was just like, hmm. So I'm very curious if anyone actually watched that show, watched the last episode. Ron says, "I bet what is your take on Andre Avis, who plays Tina on like the being star?" Oh, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's hmm, it's terrible. Honestly, it is absolutely terrible. Gloria's in the chat. Was good, Gloria? No, I honestly tell you, the truth, Ron, it's terrible. This is another one of those people couldn't separate fact from fiction, and it's unfortunate that an actor actually has to quit their job to get away from something like that. Riley says after two episodes, I was yeah, no, okay, I get that. I get that. You know what? Here's the thing, Riley, for me, because in a lot of ways, it kind of reminded me of This Is Us. So I just kind of digged it. Everybody says, I'm sorry, I have too much TV to watch to have. Oh, no. Here's the thing, Darby. I get it. I'm still catching up to a lot of stuff that. Darby, let's put it this way. I'm just now starting to watch you. I think I'm on like episode 3 or 4. Well, how you doing tonight, Gloria? Thank you for joining. Caroline Spencer. Oh, Caroline Spencer's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Caroline? WC says Chloe was annoyed today. At least cook for Xander or do something since yeah. Yes, Double C. I was just there saying that in the chat. Yes, Riley. I love This Is Us. Um, I still gotta watch the last season. I still gotta watch the last season of This Is Us. What was that other comment before? This is how far back I am on a lot of these shows. Double C, you want to know the most funniest part about Chloe being annoying? When she said that she was going to leave, I was like, all right, bro, Start walking. Like, where are you gonna go? That's my whole thing. Where are you going to go? She literally was like, I'm gonna pack my bags and leave. And go where? Where's my How you doing tonight, Caroline? Caroline Spencer. Oh, we good. Um, Ron says Phoenix said that he had to block someone from the channel because of their comments. They are talking bad about. Yeah, I get that, Ron. Um, it's part of being a content creator, unfortunately. You know, Ron, I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad for Phoenix because no one wants to play referee. No one wants to play referee with their chat. They like to sit there and assume that people are adults and that is fiction and that it's not really meant to be taken too seriously. But unfortunately, as I've learned, as Ron, James, Brock has learned, sometimes you just do have to sit there and hit the block button. Caroline says, great, thank you, and you. Caroline, I'm having a ball right now. I'm here with all my favorite people, and we're talking about soaps. And I made it through hell day. So, I can't complain. Man, I was looking forward to doing this so much since this morning. Since this morning I've been looking forward to doing this. See, that's my whole thing. Like I feel like after I have my caffeine, I'm so ready to come on and start doing a live stream. And then I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm at work. Yeah, I'm at work. So if you so inclined or if you so choose, share the video. I want to grow this channel. I want to grow this channel. I have some ideas of I have some ideas to some things I want to sit there and put in place with this channel. Um, I'm going to probably be experimenting more on it tomorrow as far as the channel is concerned. So no one sit there and take, oh, you said experience. Um, so I have some ideas I want to sit there and do with the channel now. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, if you're so inclined, hit the share button because it really does help. Caroline says Nina never coming clean. No, I mean she's not gonna come clean about that. I mean, come on now. Caroline, I call it Ninarisms for a reason. Nelson Albert, have you ever seen a show called I Love It and watched it every Sunday and I have a secret way to say it. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that show, Mel. Which sounds really funny, Mel. And I'll sit there and say this in this very non creepy way. Because I was actually thinking about you when I was at work. Because I'm just like, yo, listen, you're always my girl I go to whenever I'm wondering about a particular horror movie. I know that you always have my back. Jay Blue said, I rewritten that I did watch the series finale of Many Little Things, James. Oh, really? So, Jay Blue, what did you thought of the last episode? What did you thought of the last episode? I want to know what your thoughts are. I should have actually did a review on this. I really should have, but you know, that's what happens when you're super busy. I wasn't in a lot of tears. Actually, tell you the truth, I didn't have any tears in the last episode, which was really surprising. Ron says here was the comment from Danny part of the wolf agent as she appeared on GH. Maybe if she had taken care of her. Oh wow. Well, that's terrible. Ron says here is Danny part. Oh, excuse me. But Ron, what happened with this person? Though? I want to know what happened with this person. Because yeah, that sounds god awful. Um, but what happened to this person now? Lashanta says I'm ready for Ava to be in the hit seer. Mel says I would thank you for thinking about me. That I'm your girl to tell you everything going on with horror movies and other. I feel loved and special. Well, Mel, you, you don't have to thank me. It's true. You are special, and I do enjoy having you in these chats. And I want you to know, Melanie, that if I don't always get back to your comments, it's nothing personal. I enjoy having you in the live streams, and I did feel bad that you felt a certain way about it. You know, it's just it's not personal. You know, you're always going to be my go-to girl. Um, and I appreciate having you in the chat. So, and I never want you to sit there and think of anything less. Lashanta said Nina had no. Lashanta said Nina had all of them. Tears, cry me a river. Oh, damn. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Lashanta, she did admit her faults. She did ask for help. As much as I don't like Nina, I will sit and give her props. You know, there was a level of humility in what she was saying. And I know a lot of people's like, oh, well, she was just crocodile tears and she didn't mean any of it. But it's like, let's think about this as Nina. Nina is not exactly a great character. Okay, the fact that she owned up to stuff, that she showed a certain level of humbleness, you got to take your wins where you can get them. That what she says. I would have gotten Gwen and Leo in place of Caroline. She's worse than Nicole. In place of well, I don't understand. I don't understand what that means. Double C. In place of what? Ron says Phoenix blocked him from his channel because he didn't want the comments to upset. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, as he should. As he should. Caroline says, I love the actress who plays Nina. She's very good. I don't like the character. Oh, yeah, no, Caroline. No, Cindy watches that chick. Cindy's what, it's really bad. So this week, um, I would sit there and say this much about Nina. And I really hate saying this. Um, there was a point, and I got to go back to that episode. There was a point where, and I saw it at one point before when Sasha was in the hospital. Nina, I can't believe I'm saying this. I don't know what she was wearing, but she did look kind of good. There, I said it. I don't know what it was. I just I'm like, yo, listen, she's kind of looking kind of right. As much as I don't like this character, she's looking kind of right. She was talking to Sam, and I remember watching. I'm just like, well, didn't see that coming. Now Solomon says, Billy Friend leaves days has wine. Bro. I actually, for a hot minute, I actually did read that like that was real, and I was just like, bro, unless you're a woman, then I'll sit there and say sis. Ariana says the messy Nina is the messiest so far. Oh no. Ariana, I'm not snitching. Listen, Ariana, Nina is going to be messy. I'm just not just saying as far as how she looked, she she uh she was looking kind of hot. God, I hate saying that, but oh, my bad, Jonathan. Hold on. Now Johnson says, unfortunately, Nina would. Johnson says, unfortunately, Nina would. No, Johnson says, unfortunately, Nina's world is going to fall apart when everyone learns. Oh yeah, no, it is. It is. My bad, Jonathan. No, that's very true. That's very true. Her whole world is going to fall apart. But see, that's the thing, Jonathan. I feel like in a lot of ways, she thought of this imaginary scenario where she would come out on top. And also, yeah. And here's the thing. This chick actually sat there and said that Sonny would forgive me because Carly was being so mean to me. What the? Yeah. I'm like, yo, this chick is wilding. Um, Monique says at this point, Nina should just own it up to what she did. She is living with guilt. Nina needs to unbury herself and just tell the truth. Monique, in a perfect world, yes. But this is Nina that we're talking about. We're talking about somebody who likes to have revisions of history that suits her own needs mentally. So yes, I agree with that, Monique. But this is Nina we're talking. Listen, I didn't sit there and coin the phrase Ninaisms for no reason. J Blue says I'm not open for Christina being a surrogate for Molly. You missed my response. Oh God. No, I need to see what J Blue said. Jesus Christ. I know I was a little drunk, but I don't remember. Well, no. Unless he wrote something else. I do remember that part. Sorry, I'm missing everyone's comment. I just seriously, why is it so slow? Okay, Jay Blue, what was your comment? I read that part, but I don't remember anything else that you. I remember reading Jonathan's comment. Yes, Mel. Yes. Um, like I said, I mean, listen, you're my girl when it comes to us the horror movies, and the fact that you told me about I can't remember it now. No, not quite. Oh yeah, Cloverfield. Yes. But no, Jay Blue, unless you wrote something else about many little things. Yeah, I don't remember seeing your comment about many little things. But I also been drinking a lot though too. So somebody says, "Damn, Robert, did I get up and rush it out?" No, I'm trying to look for Jay Blue's comment and I don't see it. Caroline said, "Do you watch Superman Loves?" Absolutely, absolutely, Caroline. I'm loving Superman and Lois. Hell, it's actually one of the best shows on the CW network. Do I watch Superman and Lois? Now, Jay Blue says I wrote it twice. It's all get up. No, I feel kind of bad because like I don't see it. Like I'm looking. I literally scrolled up. Now Jay Blue says, okay, then Darby says you were officially drunk that day, Albert. Time to get some. No, I don't see it. I'm literally going back to my comments and I don't see it. And I'm like legit looking and I don't seriously? No, I don't you said you wrote something about Christina. Jay Blue says I said I saw the last one and I mentioned that change. Oh yeah, no, I remember that part. Yeah, he wrote the episode. No, I think that's cool. I want to know what your thoughts were though. That's what it was. Like, did you like it? Did you not like it? Autumn says, "You ever watched the Vampire Diaries?" Oh God, Autumn, I love the Vampire Diaries. I damn sure watched the Vampire Diaries. I watched the Vampire Diaries. I watched the originals, and I watched Legacies. And only the fourth season was actually good. Yes, you damn right, Autumn. I watched the Vampire Diaries. I'm not gonna lie, it actually kind of hurts my heart in a lot of ways. It's that genre has been on the network for 15 something years. Just a just say you said yes. I think I watched the first three episodes. I'm gonna watch more episodes this weekend. Um, I like it so far, Jess. Although I do think that that girl in the UK, the UK chick is she's kind of hot, but she also kind of pissed me off though. It's funny, Jess, because when I started watching, I was like, you know what? I want to sit there and talk to Jess when I actually like get like into like episode like maybe 4 or 5. I don't know how long. I don't know how many episodes there are yet. Well, it's funny. I did think about you when I started watching it. Oh, Autumn, that's my show. That's my show. No, Jonathan, I actually want to watch that show. I really do. Um, I'm just playing catch up. And you know, it's funny, Jonathan, because like before I started watching Wolfpack, I really do want to sit there and watch This Is Us. I feel like I'm missing. Also, Jesus Christ. Um, what the hell's the name of that show? The Umbrella Academy. It's another show I want to sit there and watch. Listen, I love what I do. I do. Yeah. I don't know why, Jess, but something told me that you was not gonna like that character though. Why you don't like? Okay, just besides the fact that well, you know why I don't like. She's kind of. There's a couple reasons why I don't like her. You hang around like fake friends that you don't even respect. You're not even in high school, so there's no point of that. And you do kind of come across as a bitch. So, um, you do come across very bitchy. Yeah, Jess. No, I did. But Jess, here's the thing. You watch the show, so I think you know why I actually found her kind of hot, right, Jess? Initially, why I found her kind of hot. Anita says, "OMG, you haven't seen." Oh no, I've seen This Is Us. I haven't seen the last the last season of a little of This Is Us. I love that show. J Blue said I haven't seen This Is Us, but people were calling. I mean, little things. Oh, and it's very true. J Blue, there was a lot of inspiration that did come from This Is Us. This is coming from a person who watched both. Just oh boy. Okay, so you know. All right. Hey. Oh God, yes. I say yes because you know why. Just says, of course, doesn't change my. No. Just personality wise, I get. Personality wise, I get. Have a good night, Solomon. Thank you for joining. Laura B is back in the chat. But you know, his yeah, Jay Blue, yeah, it was very heavily inspired. You know, it's really funny, Jay Blue. I reviewed another show called Councils of Dads, which was supposed to be a crossover of This Is Us and A Million Little Things, and it failed on both fronts. But you know, here's the thing, Jess. I think I'm only on episode three, so maybe like for me, because you saw the whole season, so maybe my her personality is kind of trash, but maybe it'll get better throughout the season, because that's what I'm that's what I'm kind of hoping for, is for her personality to get slightly better. Are you kidding? I love how I'm like pressing. Lashanta says I saw a picture of Phyllis from the back. Okay. I like that comment wasn't necessarily meant for me. Oh, you know, Tracy. No, Tracy. That's my show right there. You know, it's really funny, Tracy. Like the show is very tearjerker, right? So like when I first started watching that show, This Is Us, I I didn't understand what was the hoo ha about it. I didn't understand what was so great about This Is Us. And then I watched the first episode and oof, that first episode was so emotional. Jesus Christ, that episode was emotional. Ron said Albert and Phoenix said that Cardi B used to argue. Yeah, I do remember. I do remember that though. Nikki said, "What were we talking about?" And but no, Ron, I do remember that. I have my own issues with Cardi B, and they're not good. Just that I didn't like her. Still at the end, and we'll see. We'll see if you do. Yeah, just I mean, I am a pervert, but to some extent, though. Seriously, like I'm a pervert, but to some extent, after a while, it's like that hotness can only go so far. Um, I'm not gonna lie, Jess. I do like the fact. It's really funny. Nikisha, I did sit there and say that I did like her in the beginning because of that one scene, and of course, Jess knew what I was talking about. I was like, she, 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 she got some hot points. But you watched the season, so you know exactly why I'm sitting here talking about. When she got some hot points. Um, what we said, I never watched This Is Us, but I heard it's good. Or you? Oh yeah. Yes to both of them. Yes to both of them. You is actually really good. It was a surprise, and This Is Us is also pretty good. When he said the actor that played Superman, Tom Hanks. The actor that played Superman played Tom Hanks' son in Road to Perdition. He was about maybe. Autumn said, wait. Do you think is going to happen to Nina when Sunny finds? Um, hold his feet to the fire. In all retrospect, Autumn, I think he should. I think he should give the same amount of smoke that he gave towards Carly, but I don't think he is, though. Unfortunately, that's the problem. I don't think he is, which is actually pretty sad. Because in all reality, he should sit there and kick Nina to the curb and just be done with her. But Maurice, on the other hand, who Autumn, who wanted this whole Sonny and Nina to be together, I don't think he's going to let that go so easily. Now, Nikisha, Albert, are you really a pervert, Albert? You said that a lot. Yes, Nikisha. Yes, 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 I am. Like I said, no, yes, I am. Hmm. Yes, yes, I am. Just say you is really no, it is, it is. Now, Nikisha, I like the second half of you, one episode in particular. But see, that's the thing, Nikisha. I know that they broke it up into two seasons, so I'm just watching it as a whole. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I just I don't understand why they actually broke it up into two seasons. I fact actually found that to be pretty stupid. Lashanta said Justin Hurley went on there from yeah. Tracy said I didn't think I would like it. I was two episodes. Oh yeah, no, no. For me personally, I sat there and I watched the show and I was like, I was just surprised. The things that they were sitting there doing was so off the cuff and so unlike anything that I'm used to watching on regular television. I just loved it, you know. And also, I was just like, well, like Lifetime or whatever channel passed up on it. Then Nikki said, "What does being a perfect mean to you?" I thought it was like being sexual deviant, like things aren't acceptable in society, weird stuff. Hmm. Well, for me, it just means that I like a certain amount of smut or adult content, like a lot, whenever I have time. That's what that means. That's literally what that means. Uh, Seriously, that's what that means. Whenever I actually get a moment to breathe and I'm not doing reviews and I'm not watching shows, yeah. Ron says, have a good night, Ron. Thank you for joining. You know, I'll sit there and say this. Have a good night, Jay Blue. Thank you for joining. I usually sit there and say this stuff, save this stuff for Genesis to get my comic. Oh, my bad, Jonathan. Seriously? Why is it? Oh, Johnson says I watched State of Mind. Yes. I want to finish watching that because Jonathan. Even Maurice. Yeah, my bad, Jonathan. Even Maurice Bernard was like, they wanted you back on here for like a third time, like, and I can see why. There's something about Chad Dude, like when he talks and stuff like that with Maurice and stuff, like the way that they bounce off each other. I guess they call it chemistry. Is actually pretty good. Now, Nikisha said you should Google the definition of pervert. Albert, you might want to stop calling yourself that. I don't think it means what you think it means. I think you're right. I think you're right. Hmm. I have to sit there and think of a new name now. Say, Nikisha, this is why I always enjoy having you in the chat. I do. Um, because you really do help me out, and a lot of people do help me out, and you are definitely one of them. Not to sit there and give favors or anything like that, but I think you're actually kind of right about that. No, Jonathan, I am sorry. I did kind of go off on a bit of a tangent, so I did. I am, I do apologize for missing your comment, but I do like him being on the show though. Ex Velis was good. Everyone was good. Ex Velis, ex ex Velos, ex Valos. I think that's how you pronounce the name, right? Because I've seen you in the chat one time before. Laura B says, so what was with the Nate discussion like? Am I starting to, like, I'm just starting, so I'm curious. Well, here's the thing, Laura B. So, long story short, he cheated on Elena, and Elena's not there calling him a dog and everything like that. You're trash. A lot of people are really coming down on Nate. So that they're saying all sorts of things about him. I don't condone cheating. Let's just be very clear about that. I actually hope I said your name right, ex fellows. I don't condone cheating, right? But while I don't condone cheating, I do think that Elena is stuck on the man that he used to be. Okay? He's stuck on the man that he used to be. And oddly, what Elena doesn't understand is what some other people don't understand. You either grow together or you grow apart. That is just the bottom line. And I think they just grew apart. She kept talking about, I want to be back in love with them. I want to be in love with the man I used to be. Or the Nate that I knew. But that's the thing, though. There's no version that you knew. Who I was last year, who I was 2019, 2018, ugh, is not the person who I am now. And I think that Elena and Nate being together, she lost sight of that. And what also pisses me off, Laura Bean, and I'll just sit there and say this again, is that Elena practically played ping pong with both of those men. She cheated on Nate, And the reason why I'm sitting there saying it's like, is the hate so unnecessary for Nate is because people have this this revived history of, you know, I guess this, no offense to the women, this go girl kind of attitude of, Elena, yeah, he's trash, you deserve better, this, that, and the third. And why I'm not knocking that. We all seem to forget that at one point, Elena cheated on Nate. That was an actual thing. So the fact that she's sitting up there being so angry and hurt and everything like that, why I do understand that, well, you did the exact same thing. You're no better than him. The fact that he took you back after you cheated on him is, oof, wow. So that's why I put the title of Does Nate Hastings Deserve All That Hate? Darby says I'm not hating on Nate. I just want him to be true to himself, and if his true self is power hungry businessman, then so be it. Yes. Yeah. No, I agree with that. I do. But this is why Victoria was like, with me, you don't have to sit there and pretend to be something that you're not. Nate, I feel like for a long time, felt like he had to be the version that Elena wanted, that Elena fell in love with. But you're living in a false reality if you actually think that he's going to be the same person that he was a year ago. Last day says Nate is a jackass for many reasons. There's there are too many names. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Last day, I'm not sitting there condoning that. Caroline says Nate stole Elena from Devon. Yeah, and that's very true, Caroline. But then Elena, for some odd reason, decided to go back to Devon. So you cheated on Nate with Devon, and then you went back to Nate. I just, I, mm. Of course, Laura B. Of course, I'm not gonna lie. We did kind of go off on kind of a side quest for a hot minute. So we did. We totally did. Oh, wow. Hmm. Yeah, that's. I don't know. I guess in some ways that's kind of conclusion to my. Does he deserve all the hate? Yes, it is definitely wrong for you to sit there and cheat on someone. If you don't like them, you don't want to be with them for any reason, you leave. You don't sit there and do that. Shauna says, I was so desperate, I downloaded the CBS app. Now, Nikisha, I think you might feel different if you saw the story play out. Nate went after Elena, then Devon pursued Elena. She did cheat, yes, but it was after the men that pursued her, even when she resisted. Hmm, maybe. Maybe Nikisha. I'm not gonna lie, when you do watch something play out, it is a little bit different than you kind of getting secondhand information. So I will sit there and say that. But when you sit there and say it was always the men that pursued her, even when she resisted, but she did one of it. Here's the thing, Nikisha. I do agree with that wholeheartedly. It is a different perspective, but from what I'm understanding is that She did kind of do a lot of ping ponging between two men. So if the story is true that she was with one person, then she went back to then she went back to Devon, and then she went back to Nate. And I gotta sit there and wonder how much does that actually change? Um, yeah, no, you're 100% right, Nikisha. Here's the fun thing. I was actually looking for that whole fight thing, and I couldn't find it. I think that's actually a good idea, Nikisha. So why I call you the queen? Like seriously, this is why I call you the queen. Justice, who do you think Wendy will end up with? Um, I feel it's funny, Jonathan. I feel like prospect wise, she should probably be with Trip. You know, the dude did actually have to work from scrap to become a doctor and everything like that, as opposed to Johnny just having money handed to him, having all these projects handed to him, never really having to worry about anything in life. I'm gonna sit there and side with Trip. But to be honest, I'm not exactly a fan of Wendy kind of like going ping pong between those two men. And even towards the end, when when he was like, why should I have to choose or whatever, this, that, and the third? I'm like, Wendy just pissed me off because I was like, listen, if I was either one of those guys, listen, if I was Johnny, I would be like, you know what, you can stay in Seattle. I'm good. You can sit there and stay your ass in Seattle. Like point blank period. I'm not with the games. I'm not with the back and forth. Oh, I want to sit there and go out with John. I want to go out with Trip. All right, bye. Lose my number because I don't play those games. But like I said, I've had issues with Wendy for a hot minute. I think she's pretty, but like her personality. There was a comment that she said in the beginning that, well, here's the thing. I'm kind of tipsy right now, so maybe I should sit there and say this when I'm sober. But she had a comment that she said about um, when she first started the company that I was just not a fan of. So yeah. Well, as fun as this was, I think I'm going to end the stream right here because this was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun. Um, I love doing these streams, especially going longer than I normally can go because let's be honest, usually throughout the week, well, Monday and Thursday and Friday, I usually always have to sit there and go to sleep so early. But the fact that I got to go a little bit longer tonight and I got to sit there and hang out with everyone here, this was a lot of fun. So if everything goes well tomorrow, we're going to be doing another 2 hour live stream. So bring your drinks, bring your snacks, whatever you want to sit there and bring, sit back. We're going to be cooking tonight. Well, we're going to be cooking tomorrow night. Also, if you can, share the video. I know it's an extra step. I get it because when people ask me to do it, I'm just like, ugh. But we're doing so well now. We're doing so well with numbers and YouTube members and just the overall fun. And I want to grow this channel. I want to sit there and start taking off more days out of my normal job to sit there and start doing this. So yeah. Where else how's the hour at? Have a good night, Caroline. Thank you for joining. Jonathan says, join us again for another edition of Soul Chat with Bostic. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much, Jonathan. You are a rock star as usual. Um, always appreciate having you in chat. Have a good night, Nikisha. I know Black Mo's in the chat, so have a good night, Black Mod. Have a good night, Mr. Bear. Have a good night, Last Day. Nikisha, Have a good night, and thank you for being in the chat. And I'm actually going to sit there and do both of those things because I feel like I need to sit there and come up with a new word. I'm not going to lie, Nikisha. The way you phrased that sentence, I was like, you know what? Maybe it's probably not a good idea if I do use that word. Thank you, Jonathan. Yes, hit that like button. No, screw it. Whoop that like button's ass, okay? Hit that like button like there was no tomorrow. Um, like it stole lots of money from you because it really does actually help. Have a good night, Mel. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow in the live stream. Have a good night, Jess. Thank you for joining. Mel's seriously? Okay. Have a good night, last day. Yes, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Oh, yeah, there it was. Now, Darby said Trip is the son of a mobster princess. That means he comes from money. Yeah, but here's the thing, Darby. He, like, when Ava was a mob princess and she gave. Hmm, never mind. I think I just kind of just now got that. Um, yeah, we gonna talk about that tomorrow. Have a good night, last day. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night, Darby, my friend. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. One day says, "Mom telling me no, but my body telling me yes." It's Elena, Devon, and Nate. Hmm. Yeah, I gotta look more into this whole Nate. Well, as DC would sit there and say, Nate the Great. Yes, thank you, everyone. Thank you. This was so fun. This is a perfect ending um, to the long day that I had. But everyone here makes it so much worth it. And, you know, yeah. How tired I am from the day, I know that I get to do this, and it evens out. All right, I'm clearly drunk, so I'm just gonna sit there and go before I start just I don't know, muttering more things that may or may not make sense in the morning. So, have a great night, everyone. I look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow back in the live stream, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Grab a drink, grab something, hit the like button, and if you're so inclined, hit the share button because it does help. We got some new people in there tonight, so yeah. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Have a good night. Laters.